Welcome to Create the Best Me. I am Carmen Hecox, a personal development coach, and I am so excited to be connecting with you today. Whether you're listening to the podcast or joining us on YouTube, my goal is to help women navigate through midlife challenges with compassion, inspiration, and empowering conversation. Each week, we'll dive into thought-provoking topics designed to build self-confidence, overcome invisible woman syndrome, and find the courage to create the best version of yourself. I'll also be joined by expert guests who will share the wisdom and insights. So make yourself comfortable and let's embark on this journey together.
Well, hello there, fearless midlife trailblazers. Welcome to Create the Best Me. If you are new here, I am so glad you made it here. If you're a returning listener, welcome back to the one and only place where we encourage and empower women in midlife to pursue their dreams and live life to the fullest. I am Carmen Hecox, your host and personal development coach. Today, we're touching on a topic that resonates with many of you in our community, relationship changes in midlife. Yes, we're talking about those shifts that occur in our relationships as we reach the midway point in our lives. But remember, change is not a scary monster. Instead, we're going through an opportunity, a chance for redefining our relationships, reigniting passion, and even stepping out into the world to seek new adventures in romance. And speaking of new, if you are new here, please click the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated on our discussions. So let's dive right in. All right. Here's how we're going to break this conversation today. We'll start out by understanding relationship changes in midlife, what it means, why it happens, and typical triggers for such shift. We'll then explore emotional journeys that come with these changes, from fears and insecurities and opportunities that they can bring. We'll also devise a solid action plan on how to inject positivity, adventure, and rekindle romance into your existing relationships. For those not in a relationship, we'll discuss the safe and effective ways to find romance and companionship. Lastly, we'll hear some real-life stories from people who have successfully navigated these changes and found joy and fulfillment on the other side. Now let's begin the first part of our discussion today, understanding midlife relationship changes. During midlife, we often experience shifts in our lives by extensions in our relationship. This phase of life is characterized by significant transitions. Our children grow up and leave home, career changes, and sometimes even a shift in our own identities. These factors can and often do impact our relationships. It's a period where we reevaluate, reassess our life's direction, our dreams, and our relationships. Now, the concept of midlife relationship change can be a bit abstract. To give you a clearer picture, let's talk about some common triggers. For instance, imagine you and your partner are spending a good chunk of your lives focusing on children and their needs. Once they've grown up and have moved out, you might find a sudden vacuum in your life affecting your relationship dynamic. You and your partner are now back in the spotlight, which may feel unfamiliar and can lead to what some call empty nest syndrome. Another trigger might be a milestone, birthday, or a change in career. These pivotal moments often nudge us to reflect deeply in our lives, prompting us to reevaluate our relationships and what we want from them. But let's remember, change isn't necessarily bad. In fact, it could be a wonderful opportunity to deepen and enrich your relationship, exploring new dimensions of connections that might not have been discovered before. Moving into our second segment, we're going to delve into the emotional journey that comes with these midlife changes in relationships. When we recognize and acknowledge these changes, it's entirely natural for a flurry of emotions to surface. You might feel a sense of loss or uncertainty, maybe fear or even excitement about what lies ahead. These feelings, my friends, are completely normal and validating your human experience. But what we don't do with these emotions, how do we navigate through them without feeling overwhelmed? The key lies in acknowledgement, communication, and patience. Acknowledgement is the first step. Recognize and accept that change is happening. It's okay to feel unsettled. It's okay to feel a mix of emotions. It's all part of the process. Next, we have communication. Don't bottle up your feelings. If you're in a relationship, have an open discussion with your partner. Share your feelings, your hopes, and your dreams. Remember, this change impacts both of you, and addressing it together can strengthen a bond and facilitate mutual understandings and support. And finally, patience. Changes, especially significant ones, take time to process and navigate. Be patient with yourself and your partner. Sometimes it can be helpful to seek professional guidance, like a counselor or therapist who can provide valuable insights and coping strategies. This journey isn't just about managing challenges, but it's also about finding and embracing the opportunities for growth hidden within them. As we continue our emotional journey, I want us to shift our focus to something important, and that is the positive side of change. It's quite easy to get caught up in the emotional whirlwind, but remember, every cloud has a silver lining. As we navigate these changes, we also open ourselves up for opportunity for growth, rediscovery, and renewed understanding. For instance, having an empty nest might initially feel overwhelming, but it also means you now have more time for each other and for yourself. This extra time can be utilized to reignite lost passions, engage in new activities together, or simply spend more quality time with your partner. Similarly, if you find yourself single during this phase, it can be an exciting opportunity to rediscover who you are outside of a relationship. It's a chance to focus on self-love, pursue your interests, and potentially explore new relationships. Remember, it's all about perspective. Each transition in our lives brings about a shift in dynamic, and these shifts, when embraced positively, can open the doors to a more enriched and fulfilling life. Which brings us neatly into the third segment today, creating an action plan for positivity, adventure, and rekindling romance in our relationships during midlife. Change is inevitable, but how we choose to react to it, that's in our control. So how about reacting with positivity? How about we change as a chance to bring more love, adventure, and excitement into our lives? Whether you're in a long-term relationship or single, the first step in this action plan is self-love. Prioritize your well-being, engage in activities you enjoy, and celebrate your journey thus far. Remember, your happiness is the key to happiness of your relationship. For those in relationships, reignite the flame with quality time. Set aside regular us time. It could be a date night, movie marathon, or cooking session. Anything that allows you to enjoy each other's company. Don't shy away from expressing love and appreciation. A simple thank you or I love you can go a long way making your partner feel cherished and valued. A shared hobby or interest can also bring a spark to your relationship. It could be something you both enjoyed in the past or a completely new activity. Shared experience not only create beautiful memories, but they also strengthen your bond. And lastly, stepping out of your comfort zone. Trying something new together It could be anything from traveling to a new place, learning a new skill, or adopting a fitness routine. For example, my husband and I enjoy an early morning 3.5-mile speed walk in our neighborhood. It gives us an opportunity to become each other's health accountability partner and listen to the same audiobook. These shared adventures can bring a renewed sense of excitement to your relationship. We'll continue with more details for seeking new romance in the next segment. But for now, remember, every situation presents an opportunity. It's all about the lens through which we choose to view it. As we continue with our action plan, let's not forget the power of communication and the emotional intimacy. Make sure you're not only sharing experience, but also feeling dreams, fears, and hopes. Open, honest, and empathetic communications can work wonders in bringing you closer together, helping both of you navigate through these changes together. Now, for those who find themselves single during this phase, self-love, self-care are a paramount importance. Take time for yourself, indulge in your hobbies, pursue interests, and most importantly, celebrate your journey and embrace your individuality. If you feel ready and open to exploring new relationships, remind yourself it's never too late for love. Remain open-minded and remember, each person you meet is a potential gateway to a new experience, a new story. Which brings us to our next segment of discussion, finding new romance and adventure. The midlife phase offers opportunities for new beginnings, and this includes the realm of romance as well. If you're ready to dive into the world of dating, start by setting your intentions. Ask yourself, what are you looking for in companionship, romance, shared interest, or maybe a combination of these? Being clear about your expectations can help steer your journey in the direction you wish to take. Get involved in social activities. Join clubs or groups that align with your interests. Volunteering for a cause you're passionate about can also broaden your social circle and introduce you to like-minded individuals. Don't hesitate to explore online dating platforms. They can be an excellent way to meet potential partners. However, always remember to take precautions to ensure your safety, such as meeting in public places for the first time and letting someone close to you know about your plans. Lastly, be open-minded. Each person you meet has a unique story, a unique perspective. Even if a romantic connection doesn't form, you might gain a new friendship, a new hobby, or a memorable experience. The world of midlife dating can be thrilling, fun, and fulfilling. The key is to take things at your own pace, stay true to your desires, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. Let's move on to the final segment of our discussion, where we explore real-life experiences of navigating relationship changes in midlife. As we wrap up our discussion on finding new romance and adventure, let's remember, it's all about embracing the journey. Each encounter, each experience is a step forward in your adventure. So whether you're rekindling romance in your long-term relationships or stepping into a world of romantic experience, the key is to remain patient, open-minded, and excited for what's to come. And let's not forget, romance is just one aspect of your life. Midlife is also an incredible opportunity to redefine your identity, chase your dreams, and indulge yourself. So while you're navigating your romantic life, don't forget to date yourself too. Yes, you heard me right. Date yourself. Prioritize self-love, and everything else will fall into place. Moving into our final segment for today, let's delve into something real. Experiences of navigating relationship changes in midlife. Over the years, I've had the privilege of connecting with many of you wonderful people who've shared your unique stories with me. Today, I want to share a few of those stories to remind us that we're not alone in this journey. Take the story of Laura, for instance. After her kids left for college, she felt a void in her life. But instead of letting the void overwhelm her, Laura and her husband used this time to rediscover their shared love for travel. They embarked on a series of adventures that not only filled the emptiness, but also brought them closer than ever. Then there's Ashley, who found herself single in her 50s. After years of focusing on her career and her children, she decided to step into the world of online dating. Ashley didn't just find a companion, she also discovered a newfound love for cooking, thanks to her partner, who was a chef. These stories are just a couple of examples of how you can navigate and embrace midlife changes positively and rekindle romance or find new love. Each journey is unique, but the common thread is the courage to embrace change, the willingness to step out of the comfort zone, and the spirit of adventure. Before we conclude, if you're enjoying the content, please make sure to hit subscribe and stay updated on future episodes. Your support means a lot. In conclusion, remember that relationship changes in midlife are not just challenges to overcome, opportunity to transform. It's a phase to rediscover yourself, renew your relationships, and live life to the fullest. You have the power to create the best version of you. And this midlife phase can be your stepping stone toward that. If you want to learn more about today's topic, head on over to createthebestme.com/EP023, where I have additional information that I don't share on this episode. Don't forget to come back next week, where our guest will be Jacqueline Jack Perez, who walked away from a 20-plus year career in marketing and public relations to follow her passion. And through her passion, Cool Life was born, a place to normalize aging for women. Trust me, you won't want to miss that episode. Till next time, remember the power to create an amazing life and relationship lies within you. Stay positive, keep exploring, and let your spirit of adventure guide you. Until then, keep dreaming big, take care of yourself, and remember, you are beautiful, strong, and capable of creating the best version of yourself. Thank you for watching. Catch you next week. Bye for now.